talento es el lío y escuchando que el talento le cantó a los dos míos. Esto es música rapera que no lo hace cualquiera. Puro call boy para Tesa sin frenas. Neil the boss, Neil the boss, Neil the boss.
Every time he gets fucking terrified. What's up? Welcome back, everybody, to the Neal and Neil podcast. I'm Neil.
And I'm Neil.
And we are back. And I'm terrifying Neil every time I start this damn thing.
Listen, loud black people scare me. Okay?
I'm just, every time I start, like you're like, and you know what's coming.
I know it's coming. It just is loud.
It's supposed to be loud.
I know. Well, yeah, we were out last week celebrating my birthday.
Yes, you are officially old as fuck.
I was already old.
Yeah. But now the age matches the tendencies. You already had plenty of old man tendencies.
I'm telling you, man. This whole week, I can't get untired. I'm just tired. It's a combination of that and I think the heat on top of it, because it is summer in Texas.
Has your knee been feeling weird, predicting all these storms and shit too?
It's not my knee, it's my hip.
Oh, okay. Your hips are. Ooh, my hip's sore. Storm coming.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what it is about this left hip flexor. It feels like, well, I think I know what it is. My left leg is a little bit shorter than my right leg.
So you're just gimping around this old Cotton Hill style.
I feel like I kind of walk a little bit like this.
Okay.
You're walking black. I'm like, no, it's just my hip. It's just my leg.
It's just that natural swag.
Yeah, it's my natural swag, man. It's my natural swag.
Well, I do have to admit that, I was wrong as fuck. The last episode we had, I think I said the Spurs were going to win the championship because God forbid the Knicks win, and they won, and it's been so insufferable. Like, you know how people talk mad shit about like Cowboys fans, and they say how Cowboys fans are terrible? It's the same with Knicks fans. Only up until now, the Knicks had gone longer without a championship than the Cowboys.
Way
and every
longer.
year, the Knicks are like, oh, the Knicks, it's the Knicks year. It's the Knicks year. And it was never the Knicks year. And then they're always the main topic, even when they were trash. They were the main topic of everything, just like the Cowboys.
Unfortunately, Cowboys fans and Knicks fans are very similar in that they always talk about their, 30 years ago, the Cowboys won 3 titles. It's like, yeah, it was 30 years ago. Everybody who is playing, mostly everybody who's on that Cowboys roster right now was not alive when they won their last Super Bowl.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but I got to give it for the Knicks. They won. The Spurs collapsed in every fourth quarter of the entire series.
Victim Wembanyama.
The victim.
I heard them calling him that. He was like, Victim Wembanyama. Because he said, what did he say? He's like, well, we were better, but we still lost. Like something.
I mean, I do still feel like they were the better team. Only when you just do dumb things like they were doing, like the coach. I don't know what was up with the coach, but the players, I kept watching them make dumb decision after dumb decision. Like, and then they would collapse in the fourth quarter, and then when they would turn around to get down, you'd see these guys, all of them are young as hell. You'd see them just turn into this hero ball. It's like, oh, I got the ball. Now I'm going to make this shot to swing the momentum. Or I'm going to make this shot to, instead of like actually setting up their offense.
Yeah.
Every time they got down in the fourth, anybody who got the ball was like, I'm going to do this myself.
Well, I think if I remember correctly, the Knicks came back from, in the finals, the biggest deficit, fifth.
I think technically it was 29 points.
Well, it was three. They had 3 records.
Oh.
They came back from the 5th biggest deficit, the 3rd biggest deficit, and the 1st biggest deficit.
You've got to be shitting me.
Yeah. So you want to talk about a collapse by the Spurs?
Oh my God.
But I got a coworker who's a big Knicks fan, and I was like, hey, you know what? Congrats, man, on your team, because I'm a football guy. So if it's he's a Packers fan too. If they ever win, I'm not going to congratulate him.
No.
But it's New York. It's the Knicks. It's about damn time. It's been 50 years. They deserve it. But I'm looking at that team. I'm like, who in the East is going to compare or like keep up and compete with the Knicks? Because that's a young squad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see them not being good for the next 5 seasons.
I look at them the same way as the Bills in the early 90s.
Ugh.
What do you mean, though? What do you mean, They went to 4 straight Super Bowls.
And they lost 4 straight.
Yeah,
Super
but
Bowls.
still, who else in the AFC was really fucking with them at the time? They were like the best team in the AFC, but every time they go, they would either have a bad game or they'd run into like the Cowboys and get destroyed.
Yeah, they ran into the Cowboys. The Cowboys dog walked their ass.
Yeah.
Wasn't it 50-something to 10?
In one of
something?
not in every one, just in one of them. But I mean, here's the thing. But I say this to say that, like, yes, they are the best team in that actual conference, but I honestly don't feel like they are the best team in the league. I feel like I still feel like the Spurs, they should have won, but they're young and they screwed that whole series up. I guess I guess if maybe Memphis or not Oklahoma City would have given them a better series, and I definitely feel like the Nuggets could have played them better because I don't think Karl Anthony Towns would have done anything against Jokic.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the Bills. So the Bills.
Okay.
So the Bills' first loss, it was close. It was 20-19 against the Giants.
Okay.
Then the next one, it was 37-24 Redskins Bills, and yes, it was the Redskins because that was what they were at the time.
Yep.
Then they ran into the Cowboys. It was 52-17.
Yep.
And then the next year again, it was the Cowboys, and it was 30-13. So like the Cowboys dog walked the Bills,
Okay.
but the Knicks, how many up and before the final? What kind of run did they go on?
Oh, I think it was like 20. They
Yeah.
swept everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Knicks balled out this year, and I just don't see them not being that at least for the next 4-5 seasons.
Oh no, that team.
Because Brunson taking the pay cut, and then I just don't see a lot of our superstars in the league are starting to get older.
True.
And there's this new, the Wembanyamas, and we got Flag, and Luka's still young. I miss Luka. Yeah. But
I don't know. You're gonna start seeing a lot of New York Jalen's and not a lot of New York Carls.
Oh, Jalen is going to be. Well, yeah. You talking about names? Yeah.
Yes, you're gonna have a lot of dudes that are gonna start naming their kids after people on this. They're gonna or you're gonna have a kid whose name is Brunson. All of a sudden, you're gonna have a lot of Carls with a K.
Yeah.
Like you just look up in about 15 years, you're gonna see a lot of guys coming out of New York with names from this team.
Yeah.
Now I will give it to Jalen. Now, Finals MVP. He should never leave the city of New York. If he has to leave the Knicks, he should just retire because now if he's in New York, he can do whatever he wants for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he's going to be able to go anywhere.
There is not a hood in New York he can't walk into now.
He is going to be king of New York for.
Yes. He's a legend.
Longest, yeah.
He is like with him getting like the last game, he is officially New York legend. Like he can go. He is welcome any and everywhere.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Yes.
There's nowhere. Well, maybe I don't know. I would think most people in Brooklyn are probably still going to be Knicks fans over.
Yes. If Jalen Brunson showed up in Brooklyn, they're going to be so happy to see his ass because everybody in Brooklyn was a Knicks fan before they were a Nets fan.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. It's kind of like the same thing. There's still a lot of Cowboys fans in Houston, even though they've got the Texans.
Oh, yeah.
The Texans hadn't done anything since they've become.
Exactly.
That's a longer history. We don't need to go into that. But they were, they're the Texans. They were the Oilers, but they're not really the Oilers because the Oilers went to Tennessee. Anyway, but I want to ask you.
Okay. I don't know if I want to answer.
Well, no, you do. Trust me.
Okay.
So we were talking before the show, and you were saying that you didn't see the Ray J celebrity fight that
I just watched it.
Yeah.
Once you told me, I just watched it, and oh my God, what a shit show!
So, all right, as a retired professional fighter, tell me what you saw in that.
I saw two old dudes, fucking looking terrible. And turning an MMA match into a shitty street fight.
Was it MMA? I don't know. It wasn't really.
Oh, he tried to
MMA.
stay. No, because
it was
he went
kinda
for a
like-
standing guillotine. Like
Yeah.
Ray J went for a standing guillotine. It was a terrible version of a guillotine, but he tried to choke him. He tried to choke him. Like they
Yeah.
had on MMA gloves and all. They were barefoot, and man, it just looked like two old guys who didn't know how to fight. Like
That's exactly what it looked like. It looked like, hey, you're gonna be in a celebrity fight. Just show up on this
yeah,
day. And that's
they
what
took
he
that
did.
on a week's notice, no training.
Right.
That's what it fucking looked like. Because you remember Ben Askren whenever he fought one of those brothers,
Pauls?
yeah, one of the Pauls,
Yeah,
and
he showed up. What did Pete Davis said? He looked like a bag of milk.
yes,
Yeah.
that's how both of them looked.
Yeah.
Both of them
Yeah.
looked like they didn't do no amount of cardio. They ain't lift now weight. It looks so bad.
I mean, if somebody said, "Hey, we'll pay you X amount of $1 million to fight this person," would you do it? I'd be like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. You want me to do it tomorrow or
Yeah.
right now? Like I'm free.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, Ray J's running in, his hands are way up here. I was like, what is going on? And then super hot fire. I don't know who the hell this dude was. He ran from him the entire first round. And then all of a sudden, just from way back here, boo, hits Ray J, knocks him completely out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Ray J gets up and starts trying to talk shit after the fight.
Well, he said so.
He said he fucked up the money somehow.
Yeah.
Because I was like, bro, was this fight supposed to be fixed?
It
like, what's
it
going
sounded
on?
like
Did
he
he
was
knock
saying
him
that-
out too
yeah.
early? What's happening?
Well, no, that's exactly what it sounded like. It's like, hey, we were supposed to go. I was supposed to go down in the whatever round. That's really what it sounded like. 'Cause it was a fixed fight.
First of all, who the fuck is fixing a celebrity MMA match? Like, that is. And who is gambling on this? What kind of degenerate life do you live that you're betting on celebrity MMA? Like, you need help. If you are betting on celebrity MMA matches, you need help.
I mean,
Period.
But how many of these celebrity professional fights have in the past we thought were rigged? Like when Mayweather fought McGregor, there was a couple people that said, "Oh no, clearly Mayweather knocked him out and then kind of held him back up."
Yeah. Oh, see,
the,
hold
the
on.
different Paul fights. The
Here's what I do know. Mayweather has enough respect for boxing to not rig a fight. But what he also has, he wants to put on a show. And so when he caught him, he lifted him, was like, motherfucker, you ain't done yet.
You're not done yet?
These people need to get their money's worth. Get your ass back up on your feet. He was over here like, you're not getting out that easy. That's how I took that. He caught him, was like, ooh, I almost knocked him out. Let me, like people paid, I don't know, like $100 for that damn pay-per-view. So he's like, hey, stay on your feet, buddy. Hey, we need to
can't
make sure they
believe
get their money's worth. I'll play with you a little bit longer.
It was like we kind of both said at the time with Askren, if Askren had been in any kind of shape, he would have easily won that fight.
I don't know. But see, boxing and MMA boxing are very different. Plus, he was old.
Yeah.
Plus, he was already known for having shit stand up to begin with.
Yeah.
And if you notice, he's not going to do MMA. He's not going to fight an old, retired MMA guy in an MMA match because then he'd fucking get his ass whooped.
Huh.
And like you see boxers always want to challenge these MMA guys to boxing match, but you don't see any boxers challenge MMA guys to MMA matches.
No, because
they don't
they remember, was it
James Toney?
James Toney against Randy Couture?
Yep. Oh yeah.
That lasted not even a half round.
Yeah.
James Toney tried that stand-up bullshit for a little bit with Couture, and Couture was like, I'm gonna take it to the ground.
Oh yeah.
And then you don't know what to do.
Oh yeah. Well, every boxer is like, nah, that MMA shit, that's bullshit. Y'all can't handle a real fighter. It's like, all right, try to throw. Y'all can't mess with me. It's like, all right, bro, I'm gonna kick you in the face.
Yeah.
He's like, or I'll side kick you in the ribs, or I'll leg kick you.
Right.
And then what do you do then? Like, you throw a jab at me from here while I'm putting my heel into your stomach.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Because in real fights, they use legs.
Yeah.
And you don't have to stay standing up.
I
There's
do
no
feel,
rules.
At some point though, I do feel like because it's becoming, you have a generation of kids that have grown up watching MMA and boxing and stuff like that. At some point there will be a guy who will be able to be good at boxing and be good at MMA. There's gonna be a guy he grew up boxing, went to the Olympics for boxing, then gets into MMA, and then all of a sudden is able to there's in the next maybe 15 years, there's gonna be like a Ken Dorsey type guy who won, was it I think it was kickboxing championship and a boxing championship. There's gonna be a guy to put together
But
both.
it's like in boxing, you don't ever train on how to throw a leg kick, defend a leg kick, defend
absolutely.
a takedown. It's no, you're standing up and you're throwing hands.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's why you're not gonna see. I don't think you're gonna see a lot of YouTubers, personalities that are like, yeah, I'll fight such and such in MMA. There's not a retired, like a little bit older or current MMA fighter that a celebrity's gonna be like, yeah, I'll get into the octagon with John Jones or even like an old ass Anderson Silva.
Yeah, they will, but it'll be like it'll be an exhibition. It'll be kind of like when Muhammad Ali had that MMA match like way back in the day. He was just fucking around. I was like, hey, bro, don't kick me in the legs, man. Hey, calm it down.
Don't you know my catchphrase? Float like a butterfly. I can't float like a butterfly if you kick me in the leg.
Oh yeah. So, but I promise you, there is a kid that's born now that he's like maybe 5 or 6 now. He's boxing. He's doing something, and he will grow up to be a boxing world champ, and he will get some sort of belt in a major MMA organization.
Okay.
I can in about 15 years, you're gonna see somebody. Because I also feel like boxing is at some point gonna start to get diluted because all the guys who would have gotten into boxing are now doing MMA.
Well,
because boxing is more popular.
If the money goes away, because I mean, like, look at how much money the Paul brothers are making on these celebrity boxing fights versus like MMA. Because you were telling me that was one of the big things around the time when you were kind of like you were getting a little bit over your prime. And that was when the UFC got away with doing the advertisements on the clothing. Mm-hmm. And you were like, yeah, now it's, I might be able to get a fight in the UFC, but maybe make a fraction of what the headline fight is.
Oh, yeah. But that's how it is in boxing. And and people don't realize the pay scale in boxing is crazy compared to like the main event, the headliners, to everybody else. You'll have guys on the undercard making anywhere from $600-700 to like $1,000 on a card where the main event guy is making 40-50 million.
Yeah.
And you might have like the main event, let's say the two guys will be making, let's say 20 million and like 77 million or something like each because one guy's a champ or something.
Yeah.
Then just below that, it drops off considerably. Yeah. You might have one guy making 20 grand, the other guy making 35. And then it drops considerably after that because like the scale on the fights is wild.
Because I would think and this is more of a question, but I would think like your biggest fight you had was probably your Bellator card, right?
Yeah. And I made like $5,000 off of that fight.
And that sounds so surprising to me because I know it's not UFC, but it was Bellator. Yep. You were fighting at WinStar.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And just it's like I know $5,000 seems a lot to some people, but it's like, man, I remember what you were going through, training and also working on top of that because you got a full-time job.
You got nutrition, you got bills, you got to pay, you got taxes, you got to pay your coaches, like you got all sorts of stuff you got to pay. That's why. What's his name? That one chick who was the female UFC champion was like, I need to retire because UFC is not paying me enough to fund. I'm the champ and I can barely afford to keep fighting. Speaking
of the women, I don't think we talked about the Rousey and Carano fight. And, oh my God! And I told you that. Well, it was what I thought it was going to be. It was like Carano was not. She was good, but she was one of the first women that put like women's MMA. I felt like on the map. Yeah. But she had been retired way longer than Rousey had.
Was it like 20 years retired?
I think
or
so.
Something like that. Like it was like she was like in her 40s. wasn't she?
I think they're both or either Rousey's almost 40, but Carano's definitely in her 40s.
Yeah, like no. Rousey's got to be at least 8-9 years younger than Carano.
Let's see. Let me look it up.
Yeah, because well, here's the thing. Carano, she was good, but she wasn't like she wasn't like, oh my god, she's like running through women's MMA. But she was like the first female fighter that was like hot, marketable, and actually pretty good.
Yeah, she got back in shape.
Oh
She
yeah,
got-
well she was
she
always
was
hot. She was always fine as shit. Like that's
I didn't
she
see
was
that.
always the person I wanted to play Wonder Woman. I was like, if she could act,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, put her as Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
like she would have been such a better, just from look standpoint, she would have looked way better as Wonder Woman than Gal Gadot to me. Because Wonder Woman's not this skinny chick. Like she's a fucking Amazon. She's Amazonia. She's fucking thick. She's rocked up. She's a fucking muscle mommy. And so
that is true. I haven't understood because like if you look at all the Supermen, but if you looked at Henry Cavill when he was Superman, he was jacked. But that's what you expect when you see Superman. Superman from the shows where he was not a skinny dude.
it's Hollywood be doing Hollywood shit though. He's like, Hollywood doesn't like thick women. Hollywood wants to throw.
But Gal Gadot wasn't even thick. I'm saying like if she'd have put on 15 pounds of muscle, I would have been like, okay, that's fine. But she was so skinny. And even with the new Supergirl, that chick's tiny too.
Yeah, but like how many like there's not a lot of female leads that are actually like big, like muscular women. How many movies have you seen where the female lead was muscular?
I just can't think of any. But I'm saying, why is that? Why is that
are
not-
like part of like a big Hollywood franchise? Because there's plenty of movies out there where they have like muscular, but they're not big. They're not big Hollywood franchises because they want to appeal instead of staying true to the actual material. They want to make it whatever this wide release, so they got to have a woman on there, but she can't be too big, and she can't be this, and she can't be that. So they got to fit into instead of making her look like fucking Wonder Woman should.
But that's what I guess that's the point I don't get is you think of like I'm thinking of. Okay, it's like Paul Rudd did Ant-Man. He wasn't big,
But Ant-Man was just a dude.
But he worked out though.
Yeah.
Because I remember reading an article of he was like, no, I want to get in really good shape for the Avengers movie, and then he said he saw the Chris's come in, Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth. He was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, dude.
But that's another one too. Is like look at Chris Evans trained to get jacked for Captain America. Chris Hemsworth was already a big dude, but he got really yoked for Thor. Why is it that is the requirement for the men to do, but they don't kind of, and I'm not saying they need
Hollywood does not like muscular women. I'm just telling you that right
not
now.
muscular, but you could still get, I'm not saying get on Chris Hemsworth level physique.
No, I'm not saying either, but you remember back when all those WWE guys were doing movies and stuff back in the day.
And they're getting ready to do it again because the new Street Fighter movie is coming out. And
but
it has
you know who never got a big role? China.
Well, yeah.
They never tried to put her in a big movie, did they?
No.
Because they didn't want to put. But they would throw Sable and stuff. They would throw all the other hot chicks and stuff. They wouldn't throw China in shit. You know why? Too big.
Too big. I'm not, but she was. China was too big.
Yeah.
But China was also like taking stuff. I'm saying like
but at that time, who in the WWE
you
wasn't?
don't have to. You don't. I'm not saying you have to get to where you start looking masculine physique.
Not saying that, but they aren't gonna get. I'm just telling you, it's gonna be a long time before you see a muscular woman in a major, as the face of a major movie franchise.
Yeah, I can't even really remotely closely think of one. Because even like Laura Croft was never yoked in Tomb Raider, but when they did Tomb Raider, she wasn't really big.
No.
Wonder Woman,
all
Gal
she had
Gadot
was
is
huge
skinny
tits.
as
They made
shit.
sure they got somebody with huge
they made
tits.
sure to get
'Cause
the
that's
titties.
all. That's what everybody remembered about Laura Croft.
Well, that's okay. But I mean, I don't know. You're right. Even like the girls that I've seen in the Street Fighter movie, they're kind of toned.
Okay, they're toned, but are they the face of Street Fighter? Are they putting them out front and center to mark? Like,
I feel like the trailer was pretty like split.
but they're part of the cast. They're an ensemble cast for Street Fighter.
Well, I mean, the trailer
Like-
kind of opens up with Chun-Li.
I got to see the trailer now. I got to see how thick are they making them thighs.
Yeah, not that thick, because they have a little Easter egg where Cammy meets, or the actress Cammy's character meets Chun-Li, and she's
They
like, "Yeah, I've
start
heard."
crushing watermelons.
Well, no, she says, "I heard a lot about you. I figured your thighs would be bigger." Like, she makes a pun at it, but I know Cody Rhodes is in it. Roman Reigns is in it.
I know Andrew Schultz is in it.
Yeah.
Of all, like, I don't know what he's doing.
I think he plays Dan.
Oh,
I think. I forget. But I mean, like, Roman Reigns is a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
And Cody Rhodes is not a big dude, but I mean, he's definitely muscular. You got to have that for Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Street Fighter.
Yep.
All right. So then let me ask you this. Back to all right, tangent. Back to celebrity fighting.
Okay.
You being a retired fighter, do you have like a dream scenario of, say, another podcast, another show that if they're like, hey, we want you to come and fight such and such, that you would want to go and do?
I would take the fight.
Yeah. So for me, one of the bucket lists for the show that I would do in a heartbeat is like if Legion of Skank said, hey, we want y'all to come and fight at Skankfest. I'm not a fighter, but I would definitely do it.
Would I take another fight? It depends on who I'm fighting.
Say we're doing, we got to go up against Brendan Schaub and which you're definitely taking Schaub. The fighter and the kid.
I'm not fighting that giant motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm not fighting him. You'd have to fight
I'm not fighting Brendan Schaub's big ass.
All right.
Have him fight him, and then now he's hitting on my wife after the show and shit like that.
I think, man. Okay. We'll fight bad. We'll fight bad friends. You get Andrew Santino.
Okay,
I'll take Bobby.
Okay, we'll do that. I'll definitely fight Santino.
I don't think they're taking that.
Oh man.
That would be fun though. I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I get to be in Skankfest, and who am I fighting? I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Man, here's the thing, man. There comes a point, man. As much as I did love MMA, man, I was not sad to walk away from all the sparring. Like, you know, you get hit in the head enough, man. After a while, when it finally stopped, I was like, oh, thank God. Like,
Yeah,
I had consistent head trauma from 7th grade.
Well, yeah.
To like 30, 33, 34, like from playing football, all from middle school all the way through high school into college, and I get out of college, and then I get into MMA for like another 10 years. So like I never really gave my brain a chance to truly rest. And now that I'm here,
It's
I'm
rested. You're good. You've had a good 6 years. It's healed up, right? Because that brain's healed.
I'll train
right?
you. You got a fresh brain. You haven't had as much brain trauma. I'll put you. Hey, I'll put you through a training camp.
All right, so I get what you're saying. What would it cost?
for me to actually.
No, for you to be like, all right. How much you paying me? Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, an actual number. It would need to be. I would say it would need to be minimum 3 times whatever I'm making at that time. So like if I'm making, let's say I'm making like $100,000 at my job or something like that, I need to get paid at least 300, and then I'll take it.
Minimum? Oh, I thought you would go way higher than that.
No, like I said, 3 times whatever I'm making at the time.
See, I don't know, man. I would just, if it was the opportunity to just fight at Skankfest, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'll do
man.
it. But like you said,
got
though,
some miles
I don't
on my
have-
body, bro.
Right, I ain't got the miles. My body acts like it's got the miles on it, but I don't.
My elbow's still all fucked and pops at random times.
I get your ice baths ready, man. I'll even be your personal masseuse.
Then I got all my health shit on top of that. Like my doctor, the happiest day of my doctor's life was whenever I told him I was finally done with fighting.
Yeah.
Because every time I saw him while I was playing football, he was like, "When are you gonna stop? When are you gonna stop?" Then I stopped for a little bit. He was like, "Oh, hey, by the way, I got into MMA." He's like, "What is that?" And I showed him. He's like,
What's
"Wait,
MMA?
you're gonna do this?" He's like, "Why? What are you doing?" And then especially when I told him how I would cut weight, he's like, "No."
Yeah, your weight cuts were, I felt like you were like a feral dog that kind of would sit there, and if you came up and just been like, "Hey, how you doing?" you were gonna snap.
That was intentional.
I know.
That was intentional.
I know.
Like, shout out to Coach Safe, because like I remember having a whole like we'd have so many just like conversations kind of like this where we talk about fighting and stuff back in the day. But he was like, in order to be good at fighting, you have to kind of be able to devolve yourself as a person. Like you have to like, I mean, which is true because you just have to be just like insane. You just have to be just violent. Yes, you know, there's, you know, you have to be smart and understand fight IQ, but all of that has to be geared towards being as violent as possible. And in civil society and what we have put together, that's not right. And so you've got to like reverse and you've got to kind of pull yourself back into a state where you're just like, fuck regular society. Only thing that's going through my head is straight violence now.
Okay, yeah, but I could see your switch when you fought. Like you turned it on. But I'm saying when you cut weight,
you're also miserable.
You were miserable because you weren't eating anything and you were trying to go from 210, 205, cut down to 185.
Oh yeah.
And you weren't fat. Like you were not a fat dude. You were just a block of muscle. Pause. But yeah, it's I just was like, all right, Neil, if you need anything, man, just let me know. I'm right around the corner.
I definitely don't miss cutting
But
weight,
see,
dude.
you're thinking about fighting other fighters. I'm talking about celebrity fighting.
This is true, man. You never know with some of these celebrities, man. I told you one of the I remember I've sat there, I've rolled with I think it was Jay Ratliff years ago.
That's a professional football player, though.
Also celebrity.
I'm talking about
Darren Williams. I roll with him too.
I'm
Surprisingly,
talking about like
really
a podcaster or an actor or not a nose tackle who weighed 285 pounds. You had no business rolling with Jay Ratliff.
So the guy who owned the gym at the time, his son was taking classes there, and so he got Jay to try it. And so he was like, hey, I don't have anybody anywhere close to this guy's size to try to roll.
Because he's a fucking nose tackle.
Yeah, he was like, can you come in and roll with him a bit? I was like, yeah, sure.
No.
Whatever. And I get in there, and I'm rolling with him. I was like, fuck. This dude, like, he's so big. I'm barely able to, like, get him inside of my guard. But then I realized, like, oh, yeah, he is an active, like, NFL player.
Yeah, because this was at the time he wasn't with the Cowboys
I think
anymore.
I think he had just like he was like maybe a year out of his contract, but he's still. Yeah. But I was like, fuck, this dude's fast as shit. Yeah. He's quick as hell. And I was like, fuck, I forget. And I was like, forget, he's a professional athlete. Let me.
Yeah, I mean, he's used to coming off the line and slapping hands, and he's also massive human being.
I was able to sweep him, and I got on top. And they say, you know, muscle doesn't necessarily help in jiu-jitsu, which is true unless you're a professional NFL nose tackle, because I would get in positions, you know, he didn't know shit, so he's just trying to get me the fuck up off of him, and he would just be like, I was like, holy shit. And I was like, whoa.
He's just benching you off of him. Like,
yeah, and
does this work?
99% of the world, the rest of the world, I don't move. Right. Like, there's no way you're getting me off him. But his ass, he's just like, yeah. I was like, you should not be able to generate that much power from this bad of an angle right now.
Because his upper torso is as much as you. It weighs just as much as you do. I'd have been like, nah, coach, my knee and my hip. I got a cake in the oven. I gotta go get this thing. I'll talk to you later. Okay. All right. Bye.
Now, hold on. I do want to circle back to what we were talking about earlier, because you seem to have issue with this.
I have issues.
You had an issue with this statement.
I have issue with it. I thought you were just saying in general I have issues, which is true.
We were talking about, you're talking about Ray J, and I said that Ray J is a new version of Andy Kaufman.
Okay.
And you were so upset about that. But
no, I was upset with that you were comparing. I don't see it. So explain to me how you see it.
What was the best thing and biggest thing everybody remembers about Andy Kaufman?
He
was the first big troll. He trolled the shit out of everybody. He would do just wild things, say wild stuff. And what the hell does Ray J do? everything Ray J does publicly, I don't know if he's trying to or not, but it's hilarious. Like,
So that's the
think
thing.
about this.
Is like
I'm gonna
so
do an
Andy
interview.
Kaufman did the interview with Jerry the King Lawler.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen conflicting things where yes, it was scripted. No, it wasn't scripted. He did the women's professional wrestling. He had the broke neck. But I think, see, that's the thing that comes with pro wrestling territory. I still don't know if Ray J is doing a bit or if this just really is him.
That's the thing.
Because he is trolling people.
Yes. Like, look, I'm going to do an interview like, hey, my earbuds, or was it my glasses? Was it glasses or earbuds? I can't remember.
He has
It was
the
glasses.
he has the Raycon earbuds.
Yes, he has the Raycon.
Yeah.
Was it the glasses he was saying were indestructible?
I don't know. I don't think I
So
saw
he
them.
had an interview. I think he had some sort of like glasses or something like that. He's like, "Oh, they're indestructible. You can't break them." They're like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah, no, like try it right now." From me to you, he's telling this dude, and he goes, "Okay," snap, and snaps his shit right there. What does Ray J do? Acts like it doesn't even happen. Keeps moving on with the damn interview. You're like, "Wait, we're not gonna address this now."
Yeah.
Now, there's the verses. Remember whenever he did the verses with his group? I can't remember who they were going against, but everybody sounded amazing. And then here comes Ray J ass trying to do his solo. He's holding his son, cracking every third note on his fucking solo, and you're like, what is going on?
I think he's doing a bit. I think his whole life right now is one big
It
bit,
is.
and he's just trying to make people as absolutely uncomfortable as they possibly can.
And then the Cam interview. He asked him, like, Ray J does so many sus things or whatever. And so Ray J asked him, he was like, or not Ray J, Cam asked him, so are you gay? And his answer, he's like,
well, some people like to get peanut butter, and then they like to put it on themselves, and they're like, it's like,
and have
what
their
are you
dog-
talking about?
Some
Are
people,
you
like,
gay
have
or
their
not?
Dogs lick peanut
Yeah.
butter off of them. He's like, nah, I'm not saying that's what I'm into. Nah, but I know some people who have done. What does that have to do with anything? What the fuck kind of answer is this?
Well, and that's what Cam was like, okay, but are you gay? Like, he went straight back into it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it was about him trying to get into the shower with, was it Kai and Speed?
Yes. Just like, why are you trying?
I don't know, man.
Like, if you
I
were to
don't know, man.
YouTube just Ray J's best moments, I dare anybody to watch a 5-minute like just a clip of Ray J's best moment and not just laugh hysterically, because it's all
Yeah.
ridiculous. His life is so ridiculous. It cannot be real. He is just a constant troll.
It's just a constant trolling. Okay, celebrity fight. Would you fight Ray J?
I'll fight Ray J.
All right.
Okay, I'll fight Ray J.
Okay.
I'd fight Ray J.
So that's one.
Yeah, I would fight Ray J.
Yeah. Which, okay, so something happened. I think it was it was the day after my birthday. It was on the 13th. So you do some white people shit.
I mean, I grew up around him.
Yeah.
So-
But like you went to Southeast Asia, you climbed you were trying to, or did you climb some ridiculous mountains, and you were showing me these like, oh yeah, it's just these poles that are stuck into the side of the mountain.
Oh, that's in China.
Yeah.
I was not serious, but I was for a little while trying to see if I could talk Sandy into actually trying to go over there. Now,
Yeah.
if she said yes, I wasn't gonna do it. But
You just wanted to see if you could get her up there?
yeah.
Oh, okay,
'Cause
okay.
I was like, you like height stuff? How
Yeah.
about this? Go stand on the side of this mountain, chained to it, and walk across some fucking planks of wood.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
no.
No. So let me ask you, would you skydive? Or have you? You have. Okay, so you have skydived.
Hold on. Sandy made me, though.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Also, actually, I'm going to look. Where's my camera?
Right there.
Okay. All right. If your wife ever comes to you and say, hey, if you do this for me, I'll do this for you. Make sure she does her
Get
part
it in
first.
writing.
No, she does her part first. Because here's what she told me. If I went scuba diving with her, and if I went skydiving with her, she would learn how to scuba dive with me. And guess how many people in my relationship are certified in scuba diving?
One?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Is
Went
it you?
skydiving.
Is it you?
Yeah,
Oh,
of
okay.
course it's me. Definitely not her. Went skydiving with her. was terrified the whole time. It was probably one of the worst and funnest experiences I've had. So
Yeah, see-
the most terrifying and also very fun.
Yeah. So see, I would probably go skydiving. But one thing I would never do, especially after what happened on the 13th, is bungee jump.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
Have you ever
it was-
bungee jumped?
No. When
you-
they threw old girl off that bridge.
So in Brazil, there was an incident where a girl got pushed off,
No. She didn't get pushed off.
or thrown off.
Yeah, they had this girl
They picked her up
and just
then,
said.
yeah, yeah, with nothing attached.
And what's really crazy, I remember when that video first showed up, the first thing I noticed was like, why is there no rope attached to her? The first thing I noticed was there was no rope. And everybody's just filming or whatever. They're walking down the thing. And it's not until right when they're about to throw her, somebody goes, hey, the rope. Too late.
Yep.
And I'm just like, what the shit? You know what the even worst part about that? Fucking fiance watched it happen. He had just proposed to her.
Is that I didn't hear about that.
Her fiance was there and watched them
Oh,
throw her to her death.
Because the story I heard was that the girl in front of her decided, I don't want to do this. And so the instructor had pulled her off to the side and was undoing her bungee. And that was when 3 or 4 other dudes just picked the other girl up and launched her off the side.
Oh.
Fell 130 feet to her death, but didn't die immediately.
Oh, that's fucking worse.
Yeah. So no, because I feel like with skydiving, there's a trip. You know, you get a chance to kind of collect yourself and bask in the moment. Bungee jumping though, it's kind of oh shit, and then you're done. Never, ever. Don't ask me. It's not gonna happen. Oof. You'd have to force me, and I mean like you'd have to put me in the harness and then make sure that the bungee is attached and then throw my ass off. I mean, I'm not doing it.
Did you see the fucking toddler? They had to do that giant rope swing.
No, they had a toddler on.
I mean, this kid was like maybe 6 years old, and they were on the side of this cliff, like way out in the middle of nowhere, and they like this fucking 400-foot like drop or whatever, and this 6-year-old just runs off his attached. Boom, jumps off and does this giant fucking rope swing. And it's like, who are these kids' parents? Like, that are letting this kid do this?
Was it in Alabama or?
Somewhere in, like, Arizona or some shit like that, or New Mexico.
Was it a white family? Okay. I just want to make sure. Just want to make sure.
Of course.
Just wanted to make sure. Because that definitely sounds like white people shit.
Oh, yes. Now, I did want to ask you, because I was talking to one of my in-laws about this the other day, and I wanted to see if you had anything for this. Because she tagged me in this reel where people were like, okay, name your most embarrassing moment where you like said something and all of a sudden made some shit like just super awkward or something like that. And they were saying, what's your worst moment or something like that. And I'm sitting there reading through them and I was like, oh, all these suck. And I have one that would make any and everybody want to immediately crawl out of their skin and just go into a hole somewhere. But I wanted to see if you had one first, and then I'll make the whole rest of this uncomfortable.
I have one, but I don't know if I want to put it online. Because it was really bad.
Okay, how about this?
All right,
I'm going to check the time. All right, I'll see where we're at. You say it, and then if need be, we'll cut it out, and we'll just cut to my reaction.
Okay. So I was 2nd grade.
Okay.
Okay. And so it was...
I can see the trauma in your face remembering this.
So I didn't grow up with a household with racism.
Okay.
I didn't understand what the N-word really meant.
Okay.
So back in the 90s, when they showed movies like The Color Purple, they said it on live TV or on television. Mm-hmm. So I was in school and the teacher, it was Black History Month. The teacher said, what is another phrase used for black people? And I raised my hand because I knew it. And I said it. And I did not know that it was a derogatory term. Then I knew after. And where I went to school, oh yeah, there's black people in the class. And I got some stares. I got a lot of stares. I was like, they were saying it on TV. I don't know. What does it mean? Like I was 7.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
yeah, absolutely. Here's the thing: most stuff like that, if the kid's young enough, most of the time, you're like, okay, you heard it somewhere, you're repeating it. You don't
there was a
necessarily know.
parent-teacher conference. We had a parent-teacher conference. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I explained myself, and so did my mother, and she was like, listen, I've never told him, we don't use that word in this house. I was very close to, growing up, I had a man across the street. There was a black family, and I called him grandpa.
Yep.
I did not know what that word meant. She was looking for African American, by the way, and that wasn't.
And you ruined the whole fucking lesson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That lesson was ruined.
Oh.
But then the other one was not nearly as bad. Recently, this was more recent. It didn't involve that word. So I was in Colombia visiting my girlfriend, and she had a fruit basket that she's like, hey, babe, because she had to go to work. She's like, I left you some bananas. There's stuff in there to make breakfast. And I was like, okay. Now, over there, like our bananas, they're green, and then they turn straight yellow, and then they eventually turn black, and they're bad. Over there, their bananas are already kind of with brown markings on it. So I reached in and just grabbed this big banana, and I thought, okay, it's a big banana. And then I'm eating it. Don't laugh at me before I say what it was.
Because I know exactly what
Yeah.
you did. The moment you said a big banana, I was like, oh, damn, Neil.
Yep.
Damn, Neil.
And it was 2-3 bites into it, and I realized I'm not eating a banana, I'm eating a plantain. And I thought, well, fuck it. I'm halfway through it. I'll just keep eating it. So I ate
An uncooked plantain.
yeah. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as like a plantain here. They were softer, they were a little sweeter. It took me some time, but I did get through it. And then she came home. I didn't say nothing. And she goes, Did you eat where's my, and she goes, oh, you ate a plantain. And she just laughed hysterically at me because I ate a plantain.
All I picture is you eating some like unripened, hard, starchy plantain.
It was pretty ripe for a plantain, but yes, it was definitely not a banana.
Oh my
So
god, that's
I don't know
hilarious.
that I think one extreme to the other, but that was probably my most recent embarrassing moment versus my absolute most embarrassing moment, even as a 7-year-old.
Okay, absolute for me. So I was teaching jiu-jitsu at the time. One of my students, he ended up leaving because he was trying to save some money because his girlfriend was pregnant. They were getting ready to have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So looking on Instagram one day, and I see something come across his feed. I was like, oh shit, he had the baby. Awesome. So I send him a message like, hey, congratulations. I'm so happy for you guys. This, it's, that, and the other. Da, 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 da. I send him that message, set my phone down, and I go do something. Come back in an hour later, going back through my on Instagram. I was like, I saw, he saw the message, but he hadn't responded. I thought that was weird. So I'm going through, and then something just told me, let me go back through and just look at that post again. I go back, I'm looking at the post, and then I'm reading the caption. The baby died. Oh, no. Yes. Yes, Neil.
Oh, no.
Yes. I congratulated this man on
losing his baby.
Yes, bro. Like, apparently the baby had born, something happened, ended up passing, like not long after, and here I am. Oh, hey, I'm just like, oh, and I can't unsend it now because he's fucking seen it.
Oh, I would have deleted my profile. I'd have deleted the message, my profile, started a new Instagram.
Bro, I get on there. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just actually finally just looked at your thing. I'm like, this whole message apologizing. And I'm just like, oh my God. Have not seen this man since.
And how long ago was this?
This was maybe a few years ago, maybe like 3 years ago.
I don't think you're going to see him anymore. No.
That was the
didn't-
one time I was like, Dad, yeah. Yeah.
I want to make a joke, but I can't. Can't with the dead baby. It can't. That's too. That.
I don't know. I've heard plenty of dead baby jokes.
At least you didn't call it the N-word.
But yeah, dude, that one, I was watching, I was like, like that. I feel like that one blew a lot of people out of the water.
I mean, yeah, okay, you should have definitely looked, but
I should have
but
probably
if
put
you,
a little bit
but
more.
you said it was a post with the baby?
No.
Oh, it wasn't.
So I just saw what I saw was a picture. It had the date. And it had like a footprint or something like that of the thing.
Oh.
And I, in my head, I was like, okay, some people just don't like posting their kids on social media.
Yeah.
And so it didn't even register to me. And I just saw it, thought he had the baby because I knew he was excited. I'm excited for him. And I fucking said the dumbest thing possible.
Oh. See, my excuse was I was a kid. So you was a grown man.
Yeah, just doing dumb shit.
And you said if he had a story, or was that
no?
your story?
So she had tagged me on there, and I was like, oh yeah, everybody else's sucks. Here's mine, and she was like, I would have blocked this man on any and everything possible.
Mm-hmm.
She had the same reaction you did. She was like, I'd have blocked him, deleted my profile. I would have like. Never be able to try to see this person again.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Because at least everybody that was in that class, I don't have anything to do with them anymore. But I don't think I could top that. I don't think I can top that one. I don't have. No, I'm trying. I've got nothing. I've got nothing for you. I would have definitely. I'd have had a new Instagram. I'd have changed my name. Definitely to block that person. But you said they were a student of yours?
I mean, he was for a while. He was for like at least about a good year, maybe year and a half. He gotten really good. He gotten pretty good and like lost some weight and stuff. But then he was trying to save money. Babies are fucking expensive, so. And so he ended up leaving the gym, and so this had been about maybe 3 or 4 months since he had left or whatever, and I would still send him messages from time to time then, and then I saw that, and those were the last couple messages I had sent him.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, let's see. How do we transition out of that?
So if you have a super embarrassing story, comment, like tell us the story in the comments. Leave a comment with some of your most embarrassing stories if you think you can top that.
Have you ever thanked anyone for their baby passing or called somebody the N-word by mistake?
That's the bar.
Yeah, that's the bar.
That's the bar.
That's
Top
the
that,
bar.
motherfucker.
Well, so I can't say. Okay, so we love food.
Yep.
And so my fiance is here. She's visiting. And if you don't know, she's Latina. Mm-hmm. She's Paisa. She's from Medellin. And I had some coworkers that they were asking me about Colombian food and saying, oh, it's probably real similar to Mexican food. I was like, not even close. It's not even remotely close to the same. Like they have some things, but it's no. And this is how big of a difference like Tex-Mex Mexican food is to Colombian food. So we were out eating. I took her to this really nice Mexican restaurant, and I got one of those. We have them here. If you're not from Texas, those typical we're going to give you one of like everything. You're going to get an enchilada. You're going to get a tamale. You're going to get a taco. You're going to get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So we're eating, and she leans over. She goes, "What is that?" I'm like, "That's a taco." She's like, "Yeah, but what is it in?" I'm like, "It's in a hard shell."
Oh, crispy taco.
Yeah. So it was a crispy taco, which is the whitest of the tacos because it had the white fixings to it. It was the lettuce, the tomato, and the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I've never had that before. I'm like, you've never had a crispy taco ever? And I said, here, take it. Eat it. So she starts eating that, and she's like, oh my God, that's way better than what I'm eating. And she had birria tacos.
Girl.
I know.
Okay.
Hey,
need to go
I
have
was
a
fine with
conversation.
it, though, because I'm
Wait,
like,
she just said the crispy taco was better than the birria tacos.
But she'd never had one before. She'd had, like, white corn tortilla tacos, flour, birria tacos.
I just got to push the rage down.
Well, listen. I was fine with it because I got her taco. I'm like, yeah, I'll definitely take yours. Okay. We'll switch. No problem. No problem. But it's kind of, we were talking about this off the show, and it's
like with your chilaquiles. That explains your chilaquiles. Why they were just floppy, uncooked fucking tortilla.
Yeah, it was just warmed up, like microwaved
corn tortillas.
Flour, corn tortillas on a bed of mozzarella and black beans.
That was still one of the nastiest meals that I've.
It was the worst Mexican food I've had ever.
Oh, that was
in Colombia. That was that one spot. They've got some other good spots, but where we went, it looked nice. It was in a busy spot of town. We thought that it was going to be good, and it was by far the worst we'd ever had.
Oh yeah,
worst ever.
Oh yeah.
But no, she just cooked us food. I'm good. But it is a little awkward that the white gringo is showing my Colombian fiance Latino food. No,
dude, you're Ed O'Neill.
I'm Ed O'Neill?
Yeah, from fucking Modern Family.
Oh, shit, I am.
The amount of shit that he would have to show Sofia Vergara on that show. Yeah. There you go.
Fuck, I'm Ed O'Neill.
Oh, see, now, actually, you know what? Now I got to start having to call you Jake. Was it? I think that was his name.
I don't remember.
I think that was the name. Jake.
Yeah. But what were you saying about if you're two countries removed? Because, like, we're obviously connected to Mexico.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah,
but
we're so much
Colombia
closer.
is 1, 2, 3.
Dude, you have all of Central America.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Colombia. Like, so you've got Mexico, then you've got, Nicaragua, Belize, El Salvador, Panama, all those Central American countries.
Yeah.
Then you have Colombia. So you're like so far removed. They're so far removed from Mexican culture just from distance alone.
Yeah.
That it's going to be terrible.
They got some good ass empanadas, though.
That's true.
Because Venezuela's right there.
Exactly. Their arepas were great. Their empanadas were great. So, but like I said,
their juices are really great.
Yeah.
But she's loving the food here.
Oh yeah. She's starting to understand why people get so big out here.
Yeah.
Because I remember the portions for her. She was like, "What is going on?"
Well, it's not just the portions. It's like I can't get her away from Bluebell. Understandable. It's understandable. She's like, "This is delicious ice cream." I'm like, "I know, but it's ice cream. It's Whataburger. It's barbecue. It's the Mexican food.
Yes.
Then all the beers we have too. Like, I get now why we're bigger people.
Dude, there's so much sugar, salt, and fat in so much of our food, which makes it delicious, but it's not the healthiest.
No, it's definitely not the healthiest.
Dude, I mean, there's a reason why, like, every person who ends up, like, coming and living here, they stay skinny for once they hit about 7 years of being here, they've put on at least 15 pounds more they're 15 pounds more than what they were when they first got here.
And we have healthy food. It's just so much easier and accessible to get the delicious food.
How many commercials do we have for, like, truly healthy things?
Well, there's a fucking new medication commercial every 15 seconds on something.
Dude, we're like one of the only countries that will like run commercial after commercial of like the unhealthiest shit you can eat, and then turn around and then run another commercial for medication to help you with after making those unhealthy choices.
Do you have diabetes? 1 in every 5 Americans.
Yeah. We're gonna sell you the worst food and then turn around and sell you the medication to deal with it.
Did you lose your foot from eating too much Bluebell ice cream? We can help.
But I'm gonna call it. We're all fat fucks because the food's so awesome. God bless America.
God bless America.
Appreciate it, everybody.
Well, thank you. To all the fat fucks out there, please
Yes.
like and subscribe.
Yes.
I know you guys get tired of hearing that on YouTube, but we really need it. We need you guys to subscribe. We need to grow the nation. The triple N's. Doesn't
N
stand
Nation.
for what you think it means, okay? It's the Neal and Neil Nation. We could add a 4th N to it, but I can't say it. All right, thanks, everybody. Peace
Yes.
out.
Like,
See you
share.
next week.
Give us your most embarrassing stories.
Oh,
Peace.
yeah.